Elvis watches all my Netflix shows and movies with me.
Kiss
her! Yes! See, I believe in aliens. I do. The real question is, did Carol Baskin do it? Hey guys, it's Lucy Hale, and I'm here with my dog Elvis. Today, we are going through my queue with Cosmo. I'm gonna be going through my Netflix watch list, the great, the good, the bad, the downright embarrassing, and I'm gonna be giving you all recommendations, so let's do this. Usually when I'm watching TV, I'll have soda. It's a very bad habit, and popcorn, and I thought I had popcorn. Turns out I don't, so I'm really bummed out about it. It's the very first time that you and your boo are hanging out. What do you watch to Netflix and chill? I mean, if you haven't already seen this, you're definitely living under a rock. Tiger King. What the hell? You're just watching this and you're like, are these real people? I'm Team Joe Exotic, to be honest. And the real question is, did Carol Baskin do it? So it's also the first time that you and your thing are hanging out. What is the thing that you're not watching to Netflix and chill? He's just not that into you. You don't want to give him any crazy ideas. I mean, there's so many people in this movie. Bradley Cooper, Scarlett Johansson, Jennifer Connelly, Justin Long, Jennifer Goodwin, Jennifer Aniston. Is Vince Vaughn in this? I think my favorite storyline in this one is Jennifer Goodwin and Justin Long. Ben Affleck is in this too, but it's just about like love. But I would not watch it with someone that I was seeing for the first time. They'd be like, are you trying to hint at something? Next, and if you can hear my dog chewing his bone and you're confused about what it is, that's what it is. And I tried to take it away from him and he was not having it. You just finished a series and now you feel lost and empty, and it's almost like you lost a best friend. What show is this? Schitt's Creek. The characters that were created, the writing, the costumes, it's hysterical, but also so extremely heartwarming. You just feel like you're a part of the family. You feel like you're a shit.
Hi, I'm Moira Rose.
She's
You
drunk.
love fruit wine as much as I do.
I love that show. So you are at a super nice, fancy dinner party with a bunch of extremely smart, fancy people, and one of them asks you for a documentary recommendation. What do you tell them? The Game Changers? It's about the top athletes trying to find the most optimal diet. It's about veganism mainly, and how that can help you become the best and strongest you can possibly be. Like, he's a vegan.
More weight than anyone in history.
It's science, it's facts, you can't argue with it. There's a scene in this where there's three football players, and they gave one a pescatarian diet, one a carnivore diet, and one a vegan diet. They somehow did a test about who got the biggest erection. I thought it was really interesting that the person who was a vegan sustained the longest. Okay, bye. Come sit with me, cutie, cutie, cutie. Elvis watches all my Netflix shows and movies with me. He's the best. Next one. Your best friend just gets dumped by a terrible guy. You invite her over and you try to make her feel better. What movie or show do you watch? Just Friends. It's Ryan Reynolds at his finest. When she flips over in the bed right here, it kills me every time.
God, we graduated!
It's one of those movies that is so Peter Pan's hysterical, but also really sweet. I want a Ryan Reynolds. It is a Friday night in isolation and you are looking to turn it up. You're trying to get lit. Who says that anymore? I just did. It's stupid. But what are you gonna watch if you're trying to get like turned up? My idea of getting turned up these days is crime shows. Sure enough, right on cue, pun intended, Netflix released the new series of Unsolved Mysteries. And it just blows my mind that all of these are still unsolved. But what's great is after watching these, they'll probably get solved. This episode in particular is nuts. Basically, it's about all these people witnessed UFO activity. People got abducted. And see, I believe in aliens. I do.
Before this happened, I was a non-believer.
UFO dropped right out of the sky. People kind of look at you kind of strange, you know?
Come on, guys. There's aliens out there. It is Wednesday. You haven't moved from your couch all day. What is the series that made you complete? I almost said a complete sweet potato. A complete couch potato. I think The Office takes the cake. Yeah, my favorite character is Michael for sure. I have the mug that says world's best boss. This is so perfect. All right, it's 2 a.m. You just can't sleep. What comforting AF show do you watch to lull yourself back to sleep? I turn on Our Planet, a nature documentary show. It's absolutely beautiful. You're watching it and you're like, is this even real? Each of the episodes are themed, like deserts, ocean, mountains. Let's watch jungles for a bit, shall we? I just love animals. Oh, baby elephants! I've seen all of these maybe a dozen times. So comforting. Okay, so you and your friends were a little too crazy the night before, stayed up a little too late, made some questionable decisions, so you're feeling like crap today and you're catatonic on your couch. What is the show that you watch to make you feel just a little bit better to get through the day? New Girl. I feel like I'm like their fifth roommate. I feel like I'm one of the roommates. Zoe Deschanel, I mean, what a cutie angel.
It goes.
Kiss her.
It was a woman's goat.
Yes! Like I'm turned on right now, is that weird? Right, you just got dumped by someone who's really, really stupid. And you need to take the night to wallow in all of your sadness. What is it that you're watching? Eurovision. I love this movie. At this point, you can tell I love a comedy. I like to keep it light and airy because I'm kind of a dark person. I think it's the music that makes this movie for me. Who is Rachel McAdams' voice in Eurovision? Her name is Molly Sandon. She's, girl, wow. Best voice I've ever heard in my life. It's like an underdog story. Who doesn't love an underdog story? You have a crap load of mindless chores to do and you just need a little bit of background noise. What are you watching? Nailed it. It's a cooking show, but not your average cooking show. People who have not necessarily been great in the kitchen. They're just looking to redeem themselves. I am one of these people. I had to make banana bread the other day and it was actually for a really nice magazine and they wanted me to tape myself doing it and I screwed it up bad. Burnt on the out and liquid in the middle. You should watch Nailed It. It'll just make you look better in the kitchen. It's girls' night and you want to watch something that will remind you of you and your girls. Clueless. It's nostalgic for me because I used to watch it with all my friends. I still watch it with all my friends. It's like Paul Rudd's first movie and he's so cute. She has a little computer where she can pick her outfits. I always wanted one of those. Oh, Brittany Murphy. Rest in peace. She was such a talent. There he is. So young. As if you have been avoiding watching the show for a while, but now you're actually watching it and you're completely hooked. What is it? And I don't know why it took me so long because I love shows like this. It's called Dark. I'm only on the first season. I still don't quite know what it's about. It's like a supernatural sci-fi show, but it's really grounded and doesn't feel like that. There's murder and kidnapping involved. It's got a very big horror element, obviously. Not for everyone, but it could be. You want to be a better ally and you want to educate yourself and others on systematic racism. What are you going to watch? And this is obviously very relevant right now. It's very fresh on all of our minds with Black Lives Matter. Some of us just choose to turn a blind eye. I mean, I know for me, I'll admit there are some things that I didn't know, and that's because I chose not to educate myself. I've chosen to educate myself, and there's so many to choose from on Netflix. Actually, it's a great place to start. What I chose for this is The 13th. It's an absolutely brilliant documentary based on the 13th Amendment, and it's about the intersection of race, justice, and incarceration in the United States of America. It's very eye-opening. And long story short, it's about racial inequality in the US because you can't deny that it's there. It's there. You're all alone in your house. There's no judging eyes, no judging ears, no judging at all. You can watch whatever you want. What are you watching? Too Hot to Handle. Super hot people from across the world that are on this island and they're given the chance to split 100 grand together. But the catch is they can't touch each other, they can't kiss each other, they definitely can't have sex with each other. And if they do, percentage of the money gets taken away each time. I watched it all in one day. I can say that without shame. It really goes to show, especially if alcohol's involved, that people just can't resist themselves. And they really are like the hottest people. Sex is off the menu, y'all. It's a dumb show, but it's great. We all need a little dumb in our life sometimes, you know? All right, well that was fun. Thank you guys for watching and be sure to subscribe to Cosmo and comment below to tell us what all of you are binging. And be sure to check out my new movie, A Nice Girl Like You, on demand everywhere. We had a blast making it. It was super fun. And I'll see you guys later.